So over the last month on the channel, I've uploaded 2 myth-busting videos, and basically, we test a bunch of things that people wouldn't normally try in skyblock, and just things that people are curious about. We're back again, we have some more myths, they're better than ever, I think. Maybe some are worse, maybe some are better. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be interesting. So we have a few, like, what happens if you have a remnant of the eye and a saving grace, which we're about to test, and then if you can get negative crit damage. It's gonna be crazy. Before I get into the video though, 80% of you guys are not even subscribed, and it's 70% for Tommy in it, so we've got to overtake him. If we can get to 70% of you guys are not even subscribed, that'd be awesome. I want to hit 100k by the end of the year, so I would greatly appreciate it. So the first one is pretty simple. If you're about to die in the end with a saving grace and a remnant of the eye, which one will it prioritize? So if you don't know, a remnant of the eye will basically protect you from dying, it'll go back to full health, and the saving grace does something very similar. If I go to it, it just teleports you back to your island when you're about to die, so they basically do the same thing, but which one is actually prioritized? Saving grace or a remnant? So to make a saving grace, it's pretty simple. You need 8 stacks of ender pearls and an enchanted golden apple, 16 of them, so not too hard to craft. Wait, this person has apples. Yes. 16, thank you. So all we have to do now is go to the gold mine, and we have to go to this guy right here. This person sells gold for a very cheap price, a stack for 352, so I'll take it. And take all this. Bam. Put it around there. Boom, we did it. Alright. Alright, Enderman, please kill me. That'd be fantastic. It was both of them, actually. The remnant of the eye saved you from certain death, and the saving grace activated. Oh, that's cool. So the next myth is actually related to perfect armor. So if you didn't know, perfect armor has 3 different rarities: rare, epic, and legendary. So what I'm going to test is what happens when you go from tier 3 to tier 4, and if the reforges change at all. For some reason, Jerry is just floating. I'm a little concerned. So Meatbean Cow here just gave me 12 enchanted diamond blocks, so I'm going to basically make tier 3 perfect boots. Alright, we're going to do wise. So when it's rare, it's 35. When it's epic, it's 65. And when it's legendary, it's 100. So when I put the tier 1 perfect boots in, and then I put the blocks in, it's still 35. So we're gonna do this. It's still 35. But will it change? It does change. I don't actually know why I didn't expect that. Hey, we're gonna make it, because why not? It does change. I'm kind of surprised, but I'm not surprised in a way. I thought it would stay at 35 just because, I don't know, I felt like they wouldn't think of that. But I guess it did just go to 65, so I want to give Meatbean Cow these boots here. So this next one is pretty interesting. So if you didn't know, Hypixel added a sword called the Aspect of the Jerry. Very easy to get. It costs 2 Jerry eggs and a stick. So if I take this and then I throw it out, get another move Jerry, pick it back up, I can make this lovely sword, and it's a very powerful sword. It does 1 damage. Aspect of the Jerry. Alright, 1 damage. So if you didn't watch my last video, basically I took a wooden sword and I put Thunderlord 5 on it. Now the problem is that I was one-tapping the creepers, even on an alt account. Okay, so I'm on my alt right now, and I just realized I actually have a sword that just has Thunderlord 5, so we're gonna do it on here instead. Creeper, yes. 6 damage. Alright. 9 damage. It is not charged. That is not cool. You know what? We'll try it a few more times. Maybe I'll just get lucky. 6 damage. 6 damage. Can't not blow that up. Still not charged. Yeah, I don't think this is possible. This isn't really working out well. Alright, it's at 22 HP. So yeah, based on what we saw, it's currently not possible to make charged creepers unless somehow lightning randomly strikes it. But I'm probably not going to be testing that. 10,000 likes and I'll test it. Okay, this next one is pretty simple. Can you place string on the spawn point here? So in this case, the beacon, and actually spawn higher? Because technically string is the block, so guess we'll find out. Okay, so if we warp them in, they are on the beacon block. So we're just going to kick them right now. And if we place some string, they're still in the bottom. They're just in the beacon for some reason. Okay, maybe we should get like a different block than the beacon. We're going to place more string and see what happens. But let's place like a grass block up top. P warp. Oh my god, they spawn at the top. Okay, that's interesting. So what happens if we remove this string? We're gonna kick them, and maybe it'll like see that as air, and it's gonna do that. So there's no string right now, so if we warp them back in, they spawn at the very bottom. Alright, that's interesting. So we're gonna kick them again, and we're gonna place all the string, but we're not gonna place the grass block, and they just spawn in. So this like counts as blocks if there's a grass block up top. Yeah, it's such a bizarre thing. You can basically make them spawn at the very top. And on some resource packs, string is like completely invisible. I don't know why it's red on mine. Not really like a useful concept, but I feel like some sort of trap could be involved. That's just the first thing that came into my head, so. Okay, so this next one is pretty interesting. What is the actual maximum page for bids? So what happens if you bid so many times the game just can't display all of your bids that you want or whatever. So this one is really simple. Basically, I'm gonna bid on a bunch of boats by a bunch of nods because they can't join right now. So I'm gonna give them like 10 coins each. So we're gonna type in boat, and we're gonna bid on a bunch. So I'm just gonna bid on all these, and then we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so it's currently filled up to what I know. I don't know if it's gonna add another row, but I'm gonna bid on dirt because I haven't bid on any of that. Dirt. Lowest bid. 1 dirt. Alright. There's the dirt. Okay. So yeah, there is no like a second page. So if I claim all those random things that were just paying for summoning eyes, I can now access these. And I can see them all. And I claimed 5 things. But there's only 4 extra slots, so it just goes over to another page that you don't really have access to. That's kind of like a useless thing to know unless you bid on summoning eyes all the time, then that's why you might not be able to see them all. Okay, so this myth is pretty similar to ones I've tested in previous videos, but basically, if you didn't know, you only can have 14 auctions. You can only have 14 up at the exact same time on one profile. So in a previous episode, I found out that if you use different profiles, you can actually have more than 14 slots. But what happens if you just get so many that it can't display them all? You know, we're just gonna put a bunch of jungle wood on auction, and we're gonna see if anyone bids on it. I highly doubt it. I'll put it up for like 15 minutes. I can now fill it up. I've got 0 coin. I'm done. Alright. And we have all maxed them out. Alright, cool. I won't be able to put anything up on auction for an hour. So I'm gonna swap over to this profile. Switch to profile. Okay, we have a bunch of potatoes we can sell. Alright, that works here. Alright, final slot, add it. 1 hour. Do the command. 4 rows of stuff. Alright. Alright, we're gonna put something on auction. We're gonna put a seat up for 1 hour. And what is going to happen? Wrong name. It just doesn't show up. You just can't bid on it at all. Until like the last 3 minutes. So there's no way of like looking at it. Which is kind of weird. I wish there was like a next page button. Admins, if you're watching, please add that. So this next myth is a little bit weird to test. So it has to do with attack speed. I've never really looked into attack speed, and it's not really listed anywhere, but it's still a stat in the game. So I would assume just if you have a higher attack speed, it's kind of like a combo duel type thing. You just attack things faster. So I'm going to get a bunch of mobs, and I'm going to see if my attack speed changes if I use this sword or another one. Obviously it will, but will I see a difference? Okay, we're going to do it with the same sword, but we added spicy to it, so it has a little bit more attack speed. That seems noticeably faster. I'm not even kidding. I'm going to use my main sword, the Midas, for a second. Yeah, it has cleave, so it just one-saps them all, so... Now, based on what I've seen just from now, it seems noticeably faster. But I'd say attack speed is more important than you probably realize. Maybe you can make, like, a combo duel in the Coliseum, although they are reworking it soon, so I don't know. Okay, so for this one, we're taking off the superior armor. We're going full leather armor, wooden sword, and a max wooden sword. Thank you to 30 Virus for letting me using it. This one is the most important. Can you do 1,000 damage in leather armor with a wood sword? We're gonna find out. Now, I haven't tested this, but we're gonna go over to this area over here. So we have 2 swords, a spicy wooden sword, totally maxed, and just a basic wooden sword. So how much do I do with the basic wooden sword? 500 damage, kind of terrible. How about this maxed one here? 1,700 damage. Okay, yeah. This sword is much better. So yeah, I don't really know how many of you guys just started playing Skyblock, but I'll kind of explain how that happened. 1, this sword is maxed, so it'll do a lot more damage. And 2, I have some strength and crit damage, and the crit damage and strength is from these accessories or talismans. So if you put itchy on talismans, you get crit damage and a little bit of strength and all that, and it adds up. But we're going to be messing with all these talismans for the next one. So instead of getting a positive crit damage number, like 189, or if we take off this and put that on, 274, or even if I put the sword on, 379, we're going to go into the negatives. Negative crit damage. It's actually possible. It's pretty easy to do. So right now, I have 50% crit damage. That is the base amount of crit damage. So we're going to actually take out a few of these, and we're not going to be going for itchy. We're going to be going for a different reforge, which actually lowers our crit damage into the negatives. Heavy. Okay. We got full heavy armor. Okay, so now that I have 46% crit damage, I have to make these all bizarre talismans because they actually lower my crit damage. So we're going to try and go into the negatives and see what happens. Maybe I'll heal the mob. I don't know. So if we put all these in here, we still are at 4%. If I take all those out, we're at 0. We're at negative 3% crit chance. What? So we got negative crit chance, but we got to get negative crit damage. So let's take out, I don't know, this talisman. Go for bizarre. Oh, we just got it. Negative 1% crit damage. So while I'm actually here, I want to test one thing. I want to test a critical potion. So if both of them are negative, will it go more negative? I don't know. We're going to find out. Oh, it just goes up. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Now, there is one more myth that cannot be solved. When is the update coming out? It feels like it's been forever. Hypixel, devs, admins, whatever, please release the update. That would be fantastic. I want to just, like, kill 5 zombies in the dungeons and then make content out of it. Anyways, I'll be making videos on that when it's out, whenever it's out. Not sure when it'll be out, but it might be out soon. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you were in my Discord, I'm revamping it, so it'll be out pretty soon. Also, 80% of you guys are not even subscribed, so make sure you subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. I really want to hit 100,000 subs by the end of the year, so please subscribe. It would mean a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!